Today's the day that I'm going to prove that yes, as you have all been wondering, I'm sure, since the very first video I put out, I am in fact an anime fan. Yes, I know, it's a very, very brave statement to make nowadays. It's not as if anime is a lot more mainstream than it used to be or anything, with Attack on Titan getting millions and millions of viewers from all over the world. Same thing with Demon Slayer. But unlike a lot of these normal ass anime watchers, I've been watching anime for years now, which really doesn't mean anything except that I'm just another idiot artist trying to draw anime characters, thinking that one day it'll get me a girlfriend, which I think we're all very well of how well that's probably going to turn out. But besides that, it also means that I'm also very aware of how the anime community reacts to different things, and how some of them will just overreact over the simplest of opinions for no reason, which is why I need to tread very, very, very carefully about the different opinions I choose to share in this video, because the last thing I want is a greasy mofo waking me up in the middle of the night, hovering over my bed and using the bad hygiene breathing technique to kami-ya my ass out of my bed and out of this plane of existence, just because I said I didn't like Boruto or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, even though I've never seen either of those anime in my life. So as I said, I'm going to tread very, very lightly with these opinions. Alright, there will be no hot takes to be found whatsoever. I promise you, you will not get offended. So let's start with my very first anime opinion. One Piece is a terrible anime, and I know this, even though I've never seen it. Now wait, stop right there, okay? Because right now, from where I'm living in my house, I can already sense from wherever you are in the world watching this video at this very second, the synapses going into your brain, releasing chemicals that are telling you, hold up, he did not just say that. I'm going to unsubscribe. No, I'm not even going to unsubscribe. I want to dox this person so he can be strapped down to a chair and watch some real anime. Damn. Okay, maybe you weren't thinking that, but still, let me explain. I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago or something where I decided, you know what? I think I want to watch the hit anime Fairy Tail, which, as a lot of you probably know, is very similar to One Piece in the fact that it has many episodes. But I didn't care about that at the time because all I saw then was a really cool protagonist, a cute little cat or whatever he is, and also a hot woman, which I knew they were going to make tons of jokes about, even though it might not be that funny. So I started watching it, and I actually really liked it. It was very interesting to me. As a matter of fact, I would even go as far to say that it probably is what started me getting into anime in the first place. Like, bruh, all these characters were so cool, like Natsu, Urza, Gray, Juvia, Wendy, the guy with the black hair, and hell, even Lucy was cool every once in a while. Honestly, it was great. However, you start to realize after some time, whenever you have so many episodes, there's only so many things that you can do, especially when you have a very limited set of characters. Because around about 100 episodes, you start realizing, wait a minute, this blue-haired villain, he keeps on coming back. I thought he was dead, bro. And wait a minute, this kind of feels like they're doing the same arc over and over again, even though there isn't really any stakes because nothing necessarily changes and literally no main characters even die. So there's really no chance of them having some sort of intense character development or dying or literally anything else that's different from where they were close to the beginning of the show. With really the only change being the fact that, you know, they're a lot more powerful from their experiences in battle now. Which I understand that like a lot of anime already kind of does this. Like my favorite anime at the moment, Demon Slayer, is also a shonen anime that has a set of characters that don't necessarily change in terms of them turning into different characters at the end of like an arc, but I still think the stakes are still interesting enough where you keep on watching because you want to know what happens next. Meanwhile, Fairy Tail, all of the villains either become friends with the protagonist or they just keep on coming back for a while. Admittedly, I did stop watching after about 150 or 200 episodes because I just wasn't having it anymore, and it has been a while, alright, since I've seen it, so please, I beg of you, enlighten me if my opinion is wrong in the comments down below, because as it stands right now, the way I see One Piece is really just in a 1,000 episode long version of Fairy Tail, which I feel like I would get burnt out so fast on that just to find out in the end that they just have a dance battle and find the One Piece or something. I don't know, bro. Do gotta say though, Fluffy looks like a cool ass looking character, bro. I've seen all those memes and gifs of him eating and being dope and stuff, and all I gotta say is he just like me for real, bro. He just like me for real. Okay, so when I said in the beginning that I was kind of worried about pissing some anime fans off in this video, I was mostly being sarcastic, mainly because that stuff doesn't really bother me too much. Like, if you genuinely believe I'm wrong, so be it, bro. That's perfectly fine, okay? And I also think and hope that my opinion probably won't ruin your day or anything, because at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. But bro, with this next opinion, I think I might be ruining some days, specifically the days of weirdos on the internet. And look, I consider myself to be a bit of a freaky and out-of-pocket guy sometimes, but still, bro, this is a bit much even for me. And that's because I'm talking about fan service and kids and anime. To start off, I don't think there's anything wrong with fan service and anime, alright? Like, if you want to show a little bit of ass and stuff, that's fine, I guess. Preferably a man's ass, you know. That's just me personally. Though I do gotta say, a lot of anime that's supposedly comedy is really just fan service, and I guess it's supposed to be funny because this character is naked or something, which I don't think is that funny, but you know, if other people like it, then you like what you like, I suppose. My personal problem with it is when you involve kids or, you know, characters who look like kids in this sort of fan service type of thing. Plenty of examples out there. The one that I'm going to use is a very popular one, and that is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, which I like the anime, alright? I really do. I think it's a kind of a nice slice of life, I guess. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that some parts of it were a bit weird in a way that I don't really like. Probably the best example being that one redhead girl, which is like, bro, I just think it's like really weird character design for a character that looks and acts like someone that's a lot younger. Like, I've seen a lot of people point this out, and specifically with this anime, I've seen this one YouTuber actually point specifically this character that I was talking about and how weird it kind of was that, you know, this character looks like a child. And I go into the comments, and the very first comment I see that's on top, it says, "I would rather have Lulu than SJWBS." Like, bro, what are you talking about, homie? How is pointing something out that you think is kind of weird? Please tell me, how is that being an SJW? Like, I myself, I don't have any other problems with the anime. Like, genuinely, I think it's pretty decent. I just think it's strange that if you have a character that's supposedly thousands of years old, that you would draw it in that way, man. Which is something very similar that a lot of other anime will do, where they'll have like a protagonist or even just other characters which are under like 18, and they'll be a part of all these like fan servicey sections. I'm like, bruh, as much as I love anime, all of that is just weird as hell, bro. Like, as I said, do fan service if you want to, I suppose. Just do it with characters that are above the age of 18 and also, you know, look like it too, bro. Like, come on. Anyway, moving away from that, my final least favorite thing I have about anime is not even about anime itself, it's more about anime companies. Because if you've seen my video about waifu body pillows, then you should know that weebs give anime companies so much money just for contents and merchandise of their favorite character. Whether it's the actual show itself, or maybe it's just a company selling Levi Ackerman body pillows online. Every year this type of product makes billions of dollars worldwide, and all of these anime companies just rake in all of the money. And believe me, bro, Scrooge McDuck got absolutely nothing on these anime companies who are greedy as hell and want all the money to themselves. And as a result, animators make absolutely nothing in Japan, bro. They are living broke as hell all the time, while these anime companies are just filthy rich, just swimming in the money. And you know the company Crunchyroll? Like, Crunchyroll, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I actually have a lot of beef with this site, not only because I've had a lot of personal bad experiences with the service. As from what I can tell, the company's pretty sketchy as they underpay voice actors, and from what I know, they've also been doing a bunch of weird greedy stuff where they essentially walk away with a lot of money while these anime studios make pretty much nothing, essentially. Not to mention, why would I ever pay money just so I can see a show when it comes out? Like, bro, I would rather just hang out with my boy Captain Jack Sparrow and his friends, if you know what I'm saying, than pay money to see anime instead of waiting a week for the new episode to come out and be available to non-premium members. Like, I'm still perfectly fine and willing to support these animation studios who actually create these pieces of art by buying their merchandise and such, but bro, I really do not want to give any money to these greedy ass companies who, if I was walking past them in the street, they would probably just take my wallet and just run off with it and just call it a business expense or something. I don't want any part of that, bro. Instead, I'm gonna buy straight from the source and buy my body pillows straight from the website of the studio where it came from. Thank you very much, bro. That's all I really got to say. I know some of these were probably basic ass opinions, but I still hope you found it entertaining. As always, you guys have a good night.
んな火事ぐらいで